everyone, and welcome back to Nick Stitch Designs with me, Sylvia. In today's video, I am going to show you how to crochet this very easy puff stitch cord. And also this video will be an update for my older version, which is on my YouTube channel, but this time I will do it with a better quality. So for today's video, I will be using Paint Box Aran yarn, but you can use any yarn you like or prefer, and also the recommended hook size. You can also use a thinner yarn, but of course you will have to use recommended hook size. So for this Aran weight yarn, I will be using a 4mm hook. You will need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. So before we start, we are going to leave a long yarn end. Depends on what you are going to use this cord for. So I will show you how to crochet a headband for this video. So make sure you will leave about 1.5 meters long yarn end on the side, and this will become our chain later on for our headband. If you are making a bracelet, you may need it a little bit shorter, but it's always better to have longer than the shorter. So you leave this long yarn end on the side, and once you have it, we are ready to start with a slip knot. So hold your yarn end like so, wrap it around your 2 fingers and create a cross. Go under this first one on top of the second one, pull it down and twist your hook, and this is your slip knot. Make sure this long yarn end is out of the way, and you will be working with this one. Now you are going to chain 3. So yarn over and pull through the loop you have on your hook. So that's your first one. 1, 2, and 3. Now you are going to work into this very first stitch right here. So now we are going to create our first puff stitch. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, bring it up like so. Make sure this loop is nice and high, and you are going to do so all together 4 times. So I have 1, 2, 3, and last. Make sure you will stretch it so all the loops are nice and long, like so. So I've done it 4 times. Now, if you are using thicker yarn, you may do it only 3 times. If you are using thinner yarn, you can do it 5 times or 6 times. Just make sure your puff will look nice and full. So do what works at the best for you. Now, once you have done your 4 times, now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loops on your hook if you have done it 4 times like me for this Aran weight yarn. So now you are going to yarn over like so, twist your hook downwards like this, and pull through all those loops like so. Now chain 1 to secure, and chain 1 more. And this is your very first puff completed. Next, you are going to turn your work clockwise, like so. So this first chain of 3 will move like so. Now we are going to work our second puff, and we will be working under this chain of 3 right here. So let me just show you. This is your chain of 3, and we will be working under, so into this space right here, as you can see. So this is my chain of 3, and we will be working into this space. So now we are going to do your second puff stitch. Yarn over, insert under this chain of 3 into this space, yarn over and bring it up like so. Nice and long loop. And you are going to do so all together 4 times. So I have done it once, 2, always don't forget to yarn over first. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as I said at the start, if you are using a thinner yarn, you may need to do it more. So for this Aran yarn, it's 4 times, it's just right for me. Now you are going to yarn over, twist your hook downward and pull through all the loops, like so. Chain 1 to secure and chain 1 more, like so. Turn your work clockwise. So once you turn your work clockwise, you will see this chain of 2, and you will be working under this chain like so. So again, yarn over, insert into that space and up. Yarn over, insert and up. So I have 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we should have 9 loops on our hook. Yarn over, twist your hook downwards, chain 1 and 1 more. So chain 1 to secure and then 1 more. Now you are going to turn your work clockwise again and repeat. So again, you will work under this chain of 2 here into the space right here. So again, yarn over, insert into the space. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and make sure your loops are nice and long like this, and this will create your lovely puff. Yarn over, twist your hook downwards like so, chain 1 to secure and 1 more. Turn your work clockwise, and again you will work under this chain. So that's how we are going to repeat for the length you need. So for example, I'm working on my headband and I like to go from ear all the way around my head to the other ear. So I call it from ear to ear. But this puff stitch cord can be used for many different projects. So for example, you can create a bracelet. You may use a thinner yarn like DK, and make it, of course, shorter like this, or you can use these as a handle for your handbag. We have bracelet, headband, handle, and also you can use it as a belt. So many different ways how to use this beautiful puff stitch cord. So continue like so. I will do few more and then I show you how we are going to create these chains on both sides. So I've done few more for this sample, but of course you will continue for as long as you need for your project. So once you're done with your last puff stitch, we are simply going to work on our chain like so. And it depends on the project, you need this puff cord. So if you are working on your bracelet, for example, of course, you will need a long chain so you can tie your bracelet like so. So let's just say I will do a few more chains here, so then I can tie my bracelet. Of course, if you are working on your headband and you want this part to be from ear to ear, then you will need to create a really long chain so you can tie it at the back of your head. So this would just go from ear to ear, and then you would need a really long chain. So on this side is very simple. You will just work on your chain for as long as you need, and you can finish it with the beads at the end, or just leave it like this, or just tie a knot at the end. It's up to you. Now for this side, as you remember, we don't need to attach any chains here because we have this really long yarn end which we left at the start. So all we have to do here, you will just simply insert your hook here, yarn over, and from here you will just simply work on your chain as long as you need for your project. So you will continue like so, chaining your chain. And for the headband, I would recommend to leave about 2 meters. For the bracelet, 1 meter should be enough. So it depends on what you are working for. So it's always a good idea to leave it long and then you just cut it off. It's always better to have it longer than the shorter. So that's how we are going to work on the chain on this side and on this side. And as I said, you can finish it with the beads on both ends once you are done with your chain. And that's it. This is how you work on this beautiful puff stitch cord, which can be used for many projects. So it's super simple. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like it, share it, and please don't forget to find me on social medias. I am on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you very much for watching.